Good day, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the absolute value of a function which already exists. So taking the absolute value of a parabola or something like that. I'm also bringing back the three-word scenario Google form thing that's going to happen at the end of the video. So listen carefully today for three titles of Marvel superhero movies. I will be inserting them throughout the video. Let's get started. So as I said earlier, the absolute value of a function is going to be figured out by first of all looking at the function itself and then taking the negative y values and making them positive. So to start with, I'd like to imagine a very simple one that I think you'll all understand. It's the line y equals x minus 4. We've learned how to graph y equals the absolute value of x minus 4, but I want to look at it a different way. So if I take the line, as I've drawn here in red, and I then decide to break it into parts, there are pieces which are already positive for the y values. Think about y. There are pieces which are currently negative. That would be the section in green. When I take the absolute value, the section in green, all of those values flip directly over top of the x-axis, creating a positive version because the absolute value of a negative is a positive. So it ends up looking something like this in pink. So the actual graph then is the yellow piece plus the pink piece together. And as I said, we know how to graph y equals the absolute value of x minus 4. It does look exactly like that. So let's look at a regular type of question that we're going to encounter, such as a parabola. I'm going to start out here with y equals just x squared minus 4. I don't worry about the absolute value signs to begin with. So x squared minus 4 is a parabola that exists in this position here with its vertex at 0, negative 4. The portion which is underneath the x-axis, every single one of those dots has negative y values. So we're going to take that portion there and we're going to, once again, flip it up. So it becomes now it looks like an upside down parabola, but you can see it really clearly right there. So my final result then, I just effectively kind of color in all of the pieces which are positive, the ones which were positive to begin with, and the ones which have become positive after I flipped the middle section up. I'm just noting here that I've intentionally drawn things slightly out of alignment just so you can see all the different colors and make sure you understand that process. So the above curve can also be written as what we call a piecewise function, where we break it into three different pieces. Breaking things is something that the Hulk is very good at, and you may have witnessed him in the movie Age of Ultron. So if I take that y equals the absolute value of x squared minus 4, I could more or less say, if we were to look back at it, that when x is less than negative 2, I'm on the regular x squared minus 4 graph. When x is in between negative 2 and positive 2, I'm on the flipped version. That's why there's a negative in front of it. And when I'm greater than 2, I'm again on the original curve. So let's take a look at how we would draw one of these. So I'm writing down x squared minus 9. You can see the top and bottom ones are regular. The middle one has a negative sign in front of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the top one, which is just y equals x squared minus 9. It looks something like this green curve. When x is less than negative 3 or when x is greater than 3, I've just marked it off in yellow. Those two sections will be part of our final result. The middle portion in between is the upside down curve, because when I carry that negative in, it creates that type of a parabola. So my final result then looks like this, which also happens to be the absolute value of x squared minus 9. I just want to make sure that you really understand this piecewise function. So let's do one more piecewise graph. This one's going to have nothing to do with absolute value. It's just to ensure that we're understanding how to go through it step by step. So my function is in 3 parts: x plus 2, which is a line, x squared, a parabola, and 4, a horizontal line. I'm going to draw the first one in red. There's the dots for x plus 2. I'm only coloring in what happens up to -1 because it says x is less than or equal to -1. The second piece is the purple parabola. I'm only coloring in what's in between -1 and 2 on the parabola. And the third piece, the green line, I'm only coloring in what is bigger than 2. So I end up with that black, very interesting curve. I've got some homework for you to try. You may have some questions on this. Remember to read the textbook just in front of this section, like Captain America would have in the Winter Soldier movie. And other than that, I wish you a lot of luck with this. I'll see you soon. And finally, I hope you don't, at the end of this, feel like you're in the Dark World, which was the name of the second Thor movie. Enjoy your day, everyone.